So, do you have any questions?
What is your soup of the day?
We have a mulligatawny soup.
Oh, do you have any specials?
We have a steak special today.
Oh, how's that cooked?
That's pan-seared and then...
Does it come with a side dish? Is it grilled? Can I have it steamed? So what do you recommend? What kind of pie do you have?
You an actor.
Aren't you from Ohio?
Any questions?
Ask questions. For the 10 questions everyone should know, go to ahrq.gov.
The Black History Month Go Red for Women event filled the City Hall Rotunda with various vendors that aimed to help educate those that attended on how to live a healthier lifestyle. There were free healthy food options provided by Bridgeport Cafe and Vitamix. And free health screenings were also included, like getting your blood pressure and BMI checked.
Doing Tai Chi is very beneficial, especially for women, in preventing, and for men, in preventing heart disease, correct?
Yes, because it's a wellness practice. It's a combining gentle movement, breath practice, self-applied massage, and meditation.
Ms. Butler, tell us about Dress for Success.
Well, Dress for Success is an international organization for women. We educate, we enhance, we encourage, we empower. And we've been in Cleveland since 1998, and we've dressed over 15,000 women in the greater Cleveland community.
Now, for people that may not be familiar with Dress for Success, what does that mean that you dress women?
We provide women interview-appropriate suits when they're in their active job search, and then when they get a job, part-time, full-time, or temporary, we give them a week's worth of clothing that pertain to the industry that they're going into. And that's just the initial step that we do, because dressing gets your foot in the door, but then we do job retention and job readiness as well.
That's such an amazing program. Now tell us what made you decide to participate in today's Go Red for Women event here at City Hall.
We actually were trying to find a venue for our voice today. And even though we're here and we celebrate women's health and a holistic development, but we're here today about V-Day. V-Day is 1 billion rising, which is the issue and the concern about domestic violence against women. And so 1 billion women have released themselves, have had courage to get beyond that issue. And we just want to let women know the importance of that, because that can be so much of your barrier, emotional barriers, get in your way of work, of living your life for your children. And so we just want women to know the importance about the courageous women that have overcome that barrier. And so women we dress and that come into our program, they're coming from all walks of life. And usually that's a component and an issue that's in whatever road they come from. And women just don't realize how many women are suffering with this, even your family members, because it's still a secret today.
Yes, you are not alone in this, ladies. Now, how can people find out more information about Dress for Success and trying to get out of a domestic violence situation?
They can actually go on our Facebook page. I posted some issues today. Domestic Violence Center is a great resource here in Cleveland, as well as Dress for Success. You can just go to our website, www.dressforsuccess.org/Cleveland, and find out how to connect with us locally. Or you could just call us. 391-2301 is our main line, and we welcome women of all walk lives.
All right, I'm here with Bob Mazaria from Wellness Works. Bob, tell us why Wellness Works partnered up with the Go Red event today.
Well, thank you, Leah. We partnered up with the Go Red for Women because heart health is of such importance to all of us and to the City of Cleveland employees. There's so many different things that you can do to make sure that you do have a healthy heart. With the benefits that the City of Cleveland employees have. There's information from your medical carriers. And then today what I brought information regarding our dental, because oral hygiene they're finding out, is key to the heart health as well. So there's some wonderful information.
Yeah, a lot of people would never realize how much the gum disease can affect the heart disease.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so that's why we have this information, just to continue to help educate our employees to leading a healthier life.
And how else can employees get more information from you and Wellness Works?
Oh, they can always email me, and I'm on the city email address, which is rmasseria@city.cleveland.oh.us. They can always give me a call at 664-2600.
All right, I am here with Councilwoman Mitchell and Director Butler. Ladies, tell us why the Go Red event here at City Hall is so important.
Well, this is a national commemoration, increasing awareness about the importance of preventing heart disease among women. Heart disease is a leading killer of women, and there are things that we can all do to prevent heart disease, to live healthier lives. So what this event does, it brings together the entire community. It allows for our participants to take advantage of free screenings, healthy nutritional meals, and it's just a really fun event to get the community involved, to increase awareness and to empower women.
And why do you find it so important, Councilwoman?
I find it important because, as the director's saying, it's like the #1 killer of women, cause of death for women. Why is that? So this is to help educate our constituents, our citizens, residents, etc. What can we do to kind of like decrease that? Not that we don't like men, but we don't want them to be the #1, you know. But basically, what I'm being educated. In fact, I was reading the meaning of the color red and what does that symbolize. Looked up information on heart disease and things like that. So I think if we can share that information with everyone, then maybe we can diminish, you know, women dying of heart attacks, or at least make it lower and lower and lower and lower, and to point out those things that how to promote a healthy heart and a healthy lifestyle. And with respect to this Director Butler, I think she's probably most likely the best person to do this, and she's just so great. I mean, I just love her. Thank you.
But Councilwoman is exactly right, and she mentioned a very important point too. While the focus of the event is on women and decreasing heart disease in women, it's also very important to acknowledge that this is an issue for men, and that men can actually support the women in their lives, their mothers, their sisters, their wives, their daughters, and it can become a comprehensive effort to make sure that we all remain healthier.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Well, isn't this a wonderful event? The food is incredible. All of the vendors have provided excellent information, and then all of you look beautiful as well. I'm Karen Butler. I'm the director of the Cleveland Department of Public Health, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to our annual Go Red for Women event. The Cleveland Department of Public Health, the City of Cleveland, Wellness Works, and of course our partnership with the American Heart Association is excited to kick off Go Red for Women. This event is designed to raise awareness about heart disease in women. So Go Red for Women celebrates the energy, the passion, and the power that we have as women and men to band together to wipe out heart disease and stroke. Thanks to the participation of millions of people across the country, the color red and the red dress now stand for the ability of all women that we have to improve our heart health and to live stronger, longer lives. So with that, today's event, you will hear from a number of speakers that we're really pleased to have today with us. You'll hear from the American Heart Association, University Hospitals Harrington Heart and Vascular Institute. You'll also hear from Margaret Andorf, president of Mended Little Hearts, the Northeast Ohio chapter. There will also be testimonials from the City of Cleveland employees who are in fact our essay contest winners whose lives have been touched by heart disease. In addition, we will also have heart information, as you see, education, as well as community organizations. Don't forget to take advantage of the free health screenings. And again, we're really appreciative of all of the demonstrations that will be available for each of you today. The importance of prevention and the small steps that every woman can take to prevent heart disease and other chronic illnesses, such as healthy eating, being more physically active, and choosing to live a tobacco-free life, these are all of the things that will certainly promote a healthier lifestyle. So again, we are very, very appreciative to have tremendous support from our community members, but also from our wonderful city council members who have been such strong advocates and proponents of health. We're very pleased today to start with an introduction of Councilwoman Phyllis Cleveland. She's the majority leader. She is Councilwoman of Ward 5. She's been a major, major voice within our city of Cleveland to promote health. So please join me in a round of applause for Councilwoman Phyllis Cleveland.
Good afternoon. It's really nice to be here today once again for Go Red. It's nice just looking out and seeing everybody in all their lovely red outfits and t-shirts and whatever you have. I'd just like to bring a few words of greeting to you. But first, I'd like to acknowledge our outstanding health director, Karen Butler. She always puts on a wonderful, wonderful program. Thank you, Director. To my esteemed City Council colleague, Councilwoman Mamie Mitchell, and to our esteemed guests who are here to enlighten us about what more we can do to take care of our bodies and ourselves. This is really, I'm really glad to be here today. I had an occasion to go to my doctor the other day, and I've got a bad knee on both sides now. And one of the things the doctor said to me, well, you got to take better care of yourself, and I always say, yes, I do. I agree with you. And it's just harder, it's easier said than done. But I had a very enlightening conversation with my daughter, and she told me, just do it. Don't say it, don't just say it, just do it. And I told her, yeah, well, it's hard, it's hard. She said, well, yeah. She said, but you ran for city council. I think a lot of people would think that's hard. You went to college, you went to law school. A lot of people think that's hard. So you're gonna tell me that you can't do that? And so I had a real eye-opening moment. So I made the commitment to myself and to my daughter that no matter how hard it is, I'm going to try harder, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to take better care of myself. I'm going to lose weight, and I'm going to be one of those people that you all look at and say, hey, look at her. She did it. I can do it too. Once again, thank you all for being here. Enjoy the program. And if I could just give a shout-out, a personal shout-out to Bridgeport Cafe with the delicious food samples today. They are in Ward 5. And it's a project that is very near and dear to my heart, and I've been very happy to support. So once again, thank you all for being here, and let's keep going red.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Cleveland. You're such an inspiration to all of us. And speaking of inspiration, our next Councilwoman is Councilwoman Mamie Mitchell. You can always find her out and about within the community, supporting our initiatives, as well as our community organizations. She too is a very, very strong voice in the city of Cleveland, inspiring all of us to live healthier lives. So again, please join me in a round of applause for Councilwoman Mamie Mitchell.
Good afternoon, everyone. Of course, thank you, Commissioner Director Butler. I just gave you a promotion. And also thanks to all her staff, Ms. Wood and the rest of the Public Health Department staff. Thank you to my council colleague, Phyllis Cleveland, all the persons that are cooperating and working in here today. And thank you especially to all the vendors. This is a great touch, and thank you for all of your helpful produce and advice and how we should live our lives and things like that. The water department, thank you. This is my first time speaking about heart disease and things like that, and just women's health in general, exactly. And then it made me become very curious as to maybe some statistics when I think if you put heart disease and also stroke together, about 60% of females generally may have the opportunity to expire from that. So I think being a woman, I don't know if we have more stress than anyone else about taking care of families, etc. But we must take time to take care of ourselves. For all women, I know we have parents, kids, etc. So once in a while, put yourself first. Go get yourself checked up. And the same thing with me, like my colleague was saying, sometimes we wait on taking care of ourselves because we have so many other persons to take care of. So I would ask that all of our females, all our women in the audience and throughout the city, go get yourself checked out with regard to weight and things like that. And my goal, Councilman Cleveland, is to lose about 20 pounds. We're going to try to see, because that piece of fat, it's large, but it doesn't weigh as much as the muscles. So I'm going to work on getting rid of the fat and getting more muscle. So that's what I'm going to work on. It's been a pleasure to be here. So again, take care of your health. So thank you so much.
Excellent job, Councilwoman Mitchell. And again, we really are grateful for the long-standing partnership that we've had with the American Heart Association. Each year, this is an event that I look forward to tremendously. I'm sure that we all look forward to. And one of the reasons is because of this next speaker, who I'm very, very pleased to introduce. It's Miss Lindsay Silverstein. She is the Vice President of the Cleveland chapter of the American Heart Association. And she's got wonderful words of encouragement to provide to us. So with that, I'd like to present to you Miss Lindsay Silverstein.
Happy Valentine's Day, yay! Happy Heart Month, yay! On behalf of the Cleveland chapter of the American Heart Association, thank you to the City of Cleveland and to all the employees in the City of Cleveland who've helped with this awareness event. Each year it gets better, bigger, and better, so thank you, congratulations. Not just this year, but over the past 10 years, the City of Cleveland has been a great supporter of the Go Red for Women campaign and helped to spread the word and help save lives. Go Red for Women is the American Heart Association's year-round awareness campaign to educate women about the risk of heart disease, and this year we are celebrating our 10-year anniversary. Thank you. In those 10 years, 627,000 women's lives have been saved. We've increased physical activity by 25% and have helped lower the incidence of high cholesterol by 18%. We've done good, but we have a lot of work to do. Although we've made a lot of great progress this last decade, many women are still unaware that heart disease is their greatest, largest personal risk. But through events like this, we can reach our friends, neighbors, family members, and give that life-saving message about heart disease. We want you to make a personal commitment. Maybe you decide that you want to walk more, cut the salt out of your diet, or make an appointment to see your doctor, like our commissioners just did. Directors. Councilwoman, woo! Gotta make sure I get the right name, apologize. No matter how you go red, we thank you for making the commitment to your own heart health. While we're here today, please be sure to stop by the Go Red for Women booth and pick up your red dress pin and learn more about our movement. And also stop by our partner, University Hospital's Harrington Heart and Vascular Institute, to have your body fat analysis done and to see where you stand. I would like to again thank you for attending today's event and helping us to go red these past 10 years. You are really the heart of the Go Red for Women campaign. Thank you.
Not so fast. Okay. Because in honor and recognition of the 10th year anniversary of this celebration, it really gives me tremendous pleasure to present to you on behalf of Mayor Frank Jackson and the City of Cleveland this proclamation, which really acknowledges American Heart Month as well as Cleveland Goes Red Day. So Lindsay, it gives me great pleasure on behalf of Mayor Frank Jackson and the City of Cleveland, all of our partners, to present to you this proclamation for all of the excellent work that you and your organization constantly is doing.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so again, it really gives me great pleasure to acknowledge so many of the partners who you may or may not have heard from. But at this point, I'd like to present to you Margaret Andorf. She's the president of the Mended Little Hearts organization of the Northeast Ohio chapter. So join me at the podium. A round of applause.
Hello. I'd like to thank the City of Cleveland for taking time to organize this event and show support for families of children with congenital heart disease. My name is Margaret Andorf, and I'm the group leader for a local chapter of Mended Little Hearts. Mended Little Hearts is a program of Mended Hearts who has been providing hope and support to heart families and their families since 1951. The Mended Little Hearts program started in 2004 to meet the needs of children with congenital heart defects and their families. We help families through peer-and-peer group meetings, educational programs, accredited visitor training, and care bags for heart families that enter the hospital. CHD. Before May of 2011, I thought CHD was the newest slang acronym. Over the past 2 years, I have learned about a world and a disease that I had never known existed. CHD stands for congenital heart disease, or defect. Simply put, it's a heart defect that you're born with. It is the #1 birth defect in the world, and in the US affects close to 40,000 infants a year, or approximately 1 in every 100 births. I learned about my daughter's defect at my 20-week ultrasound. Like many expectant parents, my husband and I went to the appointment excited to learn about the gender of the baby. I hate to admit it, but I didn't understand the important health screenings done at that appointment. My daughter was diagnosed with a rare condition called heterotaxy. This condition affects the organs including heart, stomach, liver, and spleen. We were given a 95% mortality rate for her first year of life. In October of 2011, Vivian was born. She had her first open heart surgery at 3 hours old, and since then has had 2 additional heart surgeries, 6 heart catheterizations, and 2 bowel surgeries. While it's been a rough road, she has defied the odds and continues to amaze me every day. Despite everything, I really consider myself lucky. Because her condition was diagnosed prenatally, we were able to plan for the proper care. Every 15 minutes, there is a baby born with congenital heart defect, and 40 to 50% of these infants are undiagnosed prenatally. These babies are then usually rushed away from their confused and scared parents and possibly life-flighted to another hospital, or even worse, remain undiagnosed and sent home without receiving their proper care. Congenital heart disease is the leading cause of infant deaths in the US. So what do I hope you take away from my story today? Like many, I consider myself an intelligent, educated woman. I've read multiple books about pregnancy and what to expect, yet I had never read anything about the #1 birth defect. I didn't know what questions to ask at my 20-week ultrasound, or that I should even ask specific questions. I didn't know what the symptoms of CHD that I should watch for in my newborn child. I didn't know I could request a non-invasive test for my newborn called a pulse ox screening that would tell me if my baby's oxygen levels were appropriate. So simply put, I want you to walk away aware. I want you to share what I've told you to your family and friends who are expecting. I know it can be an awkward conversation, and no one wants to scare a pregnant woman, but knowledge is power. So please take a moment to share what you've learned today. Thank you for the time. Please feel free to stop by our table to learn more about CHDs and Mended Little Hearts.
Thank you so much, Margaret, for sharing your story with us. And see, so often when we think about heart disease, we think about adults, we think about those who have been around for many years, but the reality is heart disease knows no boundaries. Even our youngest citizens can also be impacted by heart disease. So we really appreciate all that you do to increase awareness. And so, with that said, again, it gives me enormous pleasure to present to you a proclamation from Mayor Frank Jackson and the City of Cleveland that acknowledges Congenital Heart Defect Awareness Week. So thank you for all that you do, and congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations, great job. So at this time, I'd like to present to you Dr. Judith Mackel. She's from University Hospitals, from the Harrington Heart and Vascular Institute, to share valuable information with us that can benefit not only ourselves, but our families and our neighbors as well. Dr. Mackel.
Thank you, everybody. It's great to be here and great to spread the word about heart disease in women. I think what I want you to take away from this is that cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer in the United States. It's not breast disease for women. If you lump all the cancers together, you just about come up to how many people die from cardiovascular disease. There are over 300,000 sudden deaths every year, and for women, in over 50% of them, it's the first indication that they have heart disease. And so I want to remind everybody that heart disease symptoms aren't the same for men and women. And if you're experiencing symptoms that are new or concerning, nausea, sweating, lack of exercise tolerance, which is all new, you really need to get into your doctor because it probably isn't menopause. I also want to tell you that there are things that you can do to prevent heart disease from happening. And too many times people change their lives after the fact. And I want you to think about changing your life before the fact. So there are very easy things you can do. You can exercise. There is a huge benefit from going from sedentary to moderate exercise. You don't have to be a marathon runner or an Olympic athlete. The current guideline recommendations are 30 minutes, 5 times a week, and you can break it up into smaller allotments. You can break it up into 10-minute allotments. So 10 minutes of continuous moderate exercise counts. And if you manage to get in 30 minutes 5 times a week, you're hitting guideline recommendations. And the benefits of exercise are huge. Your platelets become less sticky, your cholesterol profile will normalize, you will lose weight, your blood pressure will drop. All of the risk factors for heart disease go down with regular exercise. The other really important thing you can do is quit smoking. I don't know if you knew when you started smoking how bad it was for you, but you will die 7 years earlier than someone else who is a non-smoker. And if you have heart disease and you smoke, you are cutting 14 years off your life. So I really think those family and friends that you take care of would really rather have you around those extra 14 years. So what I'm hoping to do today is to inspire you to put me out of work. I want to retire. I want people to not have heart disease. I don't want people to die from heart disease. This is something that's preventable, and there's a lot that you can do to keep it from happening to you. So thank you very much for your attention.
Fantastic, Dr. Mackel. We thank you for your passion. We thank you for that powerful message of prevention and really sharing important tips that all of us can do to prevent heart disease. So thank you very much for that. So in addition to the partners and the speakers that we have available today, there are a number of community advocates who have been such strong individuals in terms of promoting health. They've been a part of the Healthy Cleveland Initiative, which was established between Mayor Frank Jackson, Councilman Joe Simperman, our council members, to really establish a culture of health in Cleveland, to really get everybody involved in ways that cuts across all lines, increasing physical activity, improving nutrition, smoking cessation, behavioral and supportive issues, all really designed to uplift the health of all of our residents within the city of Cleveland. So with that, there are a number of individuals here that I'd like to give special recognition. If I could ask Rachel Jones from Bridgeport Cafe to join me on stage, I would be very, very pleased. Rachel Jones. Ms. Jones, your presence here today, sharing with us those delicious and healthy samples, is just one more demonstration of your commitment and your support. And with that, it gives me great pleasure to share with you this certificate of appreciation in recognition of your valuable contributions. Congratulations, Ms. Jones. Congratulations. All right. The second individual who I'd like to ask to join me today is Mr. Tim Tramble. Tim Tramble is the Executive Director of the Burton Bale Carr Center. And Mr. Tramble, you have just done some amazing things in the community in support of the Healthy Cleveland Initiative, enhancing the quality of life for your residents in Ward 5. And with the development of Bridgeport Cafe, with the mobile market, with Cornucopia, this place to provide better food access, eliminating food deserts throughout the east side of Cleveland. We thank you for all that you do. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Congratulations. And then last but not least, through the Healthy Cleveland Initiative, we've established just a whole host of partners, one of which is Ann Thacker from Vitamix. Come on, join me, Ann. Vitamix has been a tremendous partner with the City of Cleveland. Many of you may know that over the summer, Vitamix has been the key supporter in establishing a Vitamix and healthy smoothie program within the rec centers across the City of Cleveland. You had rec centers identified on the east side and on the west side. You provided Vitamix machines to really introduce our children to what it means to include fresh fruits and vegetables within their diet in a fun way. So children learned how to prepare smoothies, they understood how important it was, and many of them have now decided that this is what they'd like to do instead of grabbing candy bars and potato chips. So thank you so much. This certificate of appreciation is presented to you for the outstanding work that you've done and for being such an enormous partner for the City of Cleveland. Congratulations. Great job. So again, it gives me enormous pleasure to celebrate our tremendous partners, to provide recognition to all that is done to support this effort. Now, part of the Go Red for Women program involved an essay contest, and it really invited all of the City of Cleveland employees to share their stories. This is always such an important part of the program because you get to hear from your colleagues, from coworkers, all of whom have been touched in some way or another by heart disease. So the two winners of our essay contest, the first of which I'd love to present to you is Mr. Bob Masseria. Come on up. Bob Masseria, yes, he's been a long-standing supporter here at the City of Cleveland. He works in our Human Resources Department, and we're so grateful to him for deciding to share his story with us and to congratulate you on being our essay winner.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Director. Appreciate that. Good afternoon, everybody. Boy, what an honor. I'm very surprised here. But here's my story. The reason why I support Go Red for Women is in honor of my mom. 10 years ago, my mom was having flu-like symptoms, had a pain in her left arm, and she just wasn't yelling at me like normal. She just wasn't being herself. Over that weekend, she passed away because of a major heart attack. If I would have been educated as to the warning signs of a heart attack, she might still be here today. Since then, I found passion in taking care of myself and then sharing information with others. So when you hear me say packaged food is the enemy as I walk by you and you have that bag of chips in your hand, or I encourage you to participate in some of the many programs that we offer here under the Wellness Works, like the Weight Watchers, the different fitness classes that we have here at the City of Cleveland, and now the Climb the Terminal Tower Challenge. I do it because I care, and I don't want anyone else to go through the loss that could possibly be prevented. Thank you for listening to me.
Great job. You're very welcome. Okay. Oh, here you are. Special gift to Bob Masseria in honor of his winning the essay contest. We had a second winner too. In fact, I'll give her a few moments. Miss Melissa Medina. She is an employee with the Department of Public Utilities with Cleveland Public Power, was also an essay winner. Now, unfortunately, Melissa has lost her voice today, so I'm going to share her essay with you. So Melissa indicates, she says, my family was touched significantly by heart disease on February 18, 2006, because that was the day that my father's heart stopped working and he passed away. My father was 55 years old, a widower who left behind 3 children who loved him dearly. Melissa, who was 32 years old at the time, her brother Daniel, who was 22 years old at the time, and her brother Corey, who was just 11 years old and a special needs child. Her father's death was sudden. It turned her world upside down, forced her to step up and care for her 11-year-old parentless brother. For the past 7 years, she's been raising her brother, Corey, along with her 2 children. Heart disease is extremely prevalent in the Latino culture, and as a Puerto Rican woman, it forced her to rethink the way that she prepared ethnic foods, because she didn't want this nasty disease to steal anyone else away from her. They suffered so much when their only parent was taken away, and they never got the opportunity to enjoy his golden years with him, watch him turn old and gray. So because of her firsthand experience with this deadly disease, she's become a devoted supporter of heart disease awareness. So once again, a round of applause for both of our essay contest winners, and we really thank them for sharing their story with us. And we also hope too that their words, their stories that they shared can serve as a source of encouragement and inspiration for each of us too. Okay, so you've heard their stories and how they're making it their mission to fight heart disease by speaking out. Their stories should inspire you to get informed with the facts and to make a commitment to your own health. So once again, there's so many partners that I would be remiss if I did not take a moment to thank. But before I talk about those partners, there's one person without whom none of this would be possible. With every event that she's involved with, she gives 150%. She gives us her passion, she gives us her dedication. Sandy Wood, would you please join me? Sandy, I just want to thank you for everything that you've done, for putting on this wonderful event today. Do you want to say a few words?
Thank you, Director, so much. How wonderful. We look out here and see all these wonderful partners that have joined us today. Thank you again so much. We truly appreciate you coming out and sharing this wonderful message today. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Sandy. Really appreciate it. Without you, we wouldn't have been able to do it. And also a special thanks to our Cleveland Department of Public Health staff, along with our many partners. So at this time, I'm just going to acknowledge the organizations that have been involved here. Healthy food samples were provided, of course, by Bridgeport Cafe, Rachel Jones, the center manager, Vitamix, Healthy Smoothies, Ann Thacker and Wendy Minifred, Veggin' Out Cafe, and Vegan Bakery, Derek Witzka, Tai Chi Demonstration, Mary Gladys and Antoinette Horn. Our agencies, of course, the Cleveland Department of Public Health, the American Heart Association, Dr. Judith Mackel, University Hospitals, Harrington Heart and Vascular Institute, Cleveland Clinic, Lutheran Hospital, Rosemary Miles, Cleveland Clinic, also Lutheran Hospitals, Smoking Cessation, Peter McDermott, Cleveland Clinic, Lutheran Healthy Eating, Denise Leslie, Cleveland Clinic, the Taussig Cancer Center, Devin Hickman, Sisters of Charity System, Mickey Darr, the Department of Public Safety, Division of EMS, who provided our health screenings, Juan Cancel, Cuyahoga County Health Access Partnership, CHAP, Stephanie Hicks, Juice Plus, Edna Williams, Wellness Works, Bob Masseria, Northeast Ohio Neighborhood Services, Neon, Charity Hall, Kaiser Permanente, Jamie LeBron, Humana Incorporated, Racimi, Bolton, and Maria. Coleman, Northeast Ohio, Paulette Driscoll. Weight Watchers is here, Joelle Fritz. Second Soul, over in the corner, Clark Turner is here. Mended Little Hearts, Northeast Ohio chapter, Margaret Andorf, President, and Holly Boykin. Mary Kay, Kathy Rothenberg James. Cleveland Division of Water, Wanda Dobkins and Marcia Mays. The Department of Aging, Susan Huwaji. Department of Public Works, Division of Recreation, Shelley Brooks. Mayor's Office of Communication, Chief Maureen Harper, David Gallagher, and of course, Beth Zitlo de Jesus. The Department of Public Works, Special Events Coordinator Tangi Johnson. TV 20, Kathy Allen and our fabulous staff. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, our photo lab, Bill Riker and Gregorio Fatigo. So again, thank you so much. We would not have been able to do it without you. And at this time, I'd like to present two special guests. We have Melanie Butler, and we also have Linda Reese. And I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to share with us information about your respective organizations. Welcome. Okay.
Thank you. My name is Melanie Butler. I'm the Executive Director of Dress for Success Cleveland. We're part of a worldwide organization that educates, enhances, and empowers women to their full potential level. We encourage holistic living, and health and wellness is a great deal part of that. But one of the issues that we're here to celebrate today is also V-Day. And that's 1 billion women rising against the violence against women that's performed on a daily basis. And Linda Reese, we're part of our organization is a volunteer-based organization. And we encourage you to come out and get involved, get interested in solving the problems and the barriers that women face. Domestic violence is huge. And Linda Reese is one of our volunteers, and she joined us today to say a word.
Thank you. I would like you to turn to someone standing near you, look them in the eye, into their face, and I would like you to tell them you are not alone. You are not alone, because you may have just looked into the face of someone who is experiencing domestic violence. On this day of love, I want you to know that even while we are here, every 9 seconds, a woman or a girl across the United States or the world is being abused or assaulted. I would like you to know on this day of love that 3 women will be murdered by their husband or their boyfriend. I would like you to know on this day of love, there is a woman somewhere feeling helpless and hopeless as if she cannot find a way out of her situation. You can be that advocate. I want you to know that when I say you are not alone, Dress for Success, led by Melanie Butler, is empowering, enhancing, educating, and helping women to come out of situations that are detrimental to their health. Do you know that domestic violence kills more women or injures more women than mugging, raping, and all of those all together? So what I'm saying to you is a message that you need to hear and you need to share, and be aware that someone right at the next desk can be experiencing something that you may be a friend to. I am a thriver, I am a survivor, and we have information at the booth and the table, and we look forward to helping you to move to your next level out of a situation that's harmful. I want you to be a friend to someone. Thank you.
Very welcome. Thank you so much. And if nothing else, let's take away that message that we are not alone. Reach out to someone, provide that support and encouragement, and you will change a life.